Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Yeah, it is still Saturday. This is the second video I am doing today, and there's a big reason for it. I always try to keep you on top of what's happening, and this is big, so that's why I am here yet again. All right, let's back up a little bit here. Yesterday, we understand that, and I covered this in the video I did this morning. Game changer. Everything has changed since yesterday. China came out, hit us with a barrage of tariffs. Seemed to come out of left field for this administration. They had no idea. They were not prepared for this. Again, just the day before, Larry Kudlow was explaining that China talks are going well, more planned. President's been saying this since time immemorial. This got the president more than upset. And I mean, this was reflected in his off the Richter scale a tweet storm, which led to a wrecking ball for the stock market yesterday, which was going higher before he started, going off the deep end there. No confidence vote, very clear from the market. I explained to you again this earlier. You should understand this. So the president said yesterday, and I covered this and I admitted my mistake. I tried to defend the president. I believe I did not hear for myself or see for myself that the president ordered or was ordering companies to leave China. I was wrong. I corrected my mistake. Thank you to those of you that called me out on that and said, Greg, you're wrong. I was wrong. The president did say, I hereby order. Now, what's happening today, and this is getting coverage everywhere, so don't take my word for it. The president is now backing up that threat. And he said he is deadly serious on this. What am I talking about? Enforcing the Emergency Economic Powers Act. Okay. Sounds all well and good, I'm sure, to a lot of you out here who think the president's got it right here. Let me explain to you this. The president obviously has a problem explaining things to people. Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to explain to you and me how drastic rate cuts are going to help us, how devaluing the dollar is going to help us, how quantitative easing is going to help us. So he doesn't cover those kinds of things. He just throws these ideas out there. But this one has the potential. This one, if he backs up what he's saying right now, and it's everywhere, like I said, he's not joking. If he enforces the Emergency Economic Powers Act, what would be the fallout here? Okay, let's put this together. Let's say tomorrow, the president says, I hereby decree, I am going to enforce the Emergency Economic Powers Act. This would literally force companies to leave China, the second largest economy in the world. Now, I want you to understand what this is in a bigger scheme of things. I know there's a lot of people who say, oh, we don't need China. They're the second largest economy in the world. So that kind of a comment, understand, only could come from an imbecile. So if you want to parrot that, you know who you are. It's that simple. Multinational corporations from the United States depend on global trade, depend on the world's second largest economy. Is that clear to you? Is it clear enough? Read a book if you don't get it. All right. So what do you think it would mean for these multinational companies that are all part of markets around the world? How would it affect the global markets? How would it affect the global economy? How would that affect the United States economy? I want you to think about that. The president here, understand, what am I trying to say? Very simple. If the president of the United States, GONZO here, I think he's lost his mind. GONZO the president, did that offend you? Unsubscribe. Please, it's very simple. Unsubscribe button, I think it's one of these sides. Yeah. GONZO the president here seems to have no conception of what it would mean for him to all of a sudden make a decree. I hereby order via the Emergency Economic Powers Act, you're leaving China. He will not explain to you, and don't hold your breath for him to explain how this would affect multinational companies, the U.S. markets, your money, okay? The U.S. economy, your job, the global economy. I mean, it would bring this would have a dramatic ripple effect. And GONZO, the president, because he's really gone now, this is unbelievable. It's just so irrational. And I really hope that someone in Washington, maybe Mike Pence, will get this guy to, understand the ramifications of what he is saying. Because I do not believe he understands it. He's kind of a knee-jerk guy. I explained to you knee-jerk reactions. A knee-jerk reaction doesn't even require a brain. Do you know that? I covered it earlier today. Let me put a perspective on that for you. If you were to take a human being, decapitate him, okay? And then while he's freshly dead, like say a few minutes later or a minute, and see if he's got a knee jerk, yeah, he still will have it. That is a myotactic reflex that does not engage the brain. It engages the synapse in the spine. That's it. Brainless. Knee jerks like this do not require a functioning brain. You understand? So when the president yesterday automatically hit China back with the tariffs right there, that was a knee jerk. Let me explain this to you, how strategy works. I have read dozens and dozens and dozens of books on strategy. This is how it works. If the president would have sat back a minute, thought about it, let China sweat it out. We are the largest economy on earth, okay? China knows that. China realized the president, because he's irrational, was going to knee-jerk, without a thought. If the president would have sat back and let China sweat a little bit, that would have been the right way to hit them back, because they would have not seen it coming. Believe me, they saw this coming. Just like the president, Kudlow, Navarro had no clue about what happened yesterday, that China was going to hit us with a barrage of tariffs. They would have had no clue either. Caught them by surprise. You always have to have that element of surprise. You always have to have the high ground. This president does not do that. He does not know how to do that. He's incapable of understanding that at this point. And I'll tell you why. He is decompensating. He is. In my view, the man has a cognitive decompensation going on here. Hence what we're hearing right now. I am going to enforce by decree the Emergency Economic Powers Act. I am going to force these multinational corporations out of China. I'm not going to explain to you what that'll mean for the world markets, the world economy, the United States economy. No, because I don't think he knows. I don't believe he does know. And for you Trump supporters out here who think I got it wrong, I dare you. Right here. I'm calling you out. Tell me where I got it wrong. Okay? I'll read the comments. With that said, I'll see you Monday.